So, hey guys, Chauzu here. And yeah, it's that month of again. Kizuna is about to end, and for the first time in a long time, I've experienced the OG Kizuna experience. Let me just double check. Let you see for yourselves. As I said many times, I'm doing the no pull April challenge when I'm not pulling. And this is the first Kizuna in, I can't even remember last time I didn't pull my Kizunas ago. And I always make sure to get one booster basically. And yeah, that means I've experienced playing Kizuna without a booster. And I must say that it's actually awful. We're talking normal Kizuna now, by the way. I actually think Super Boss Kizuna is fine in terms of the progression, even if you don't pull. But for normal Kizuna, wow, it's really bad. So let's just review my current status. As you see, I'm level 39. That means I've used potions. I've used 2 potions. And the only reason I use potions at all in Kizuna, every Kizuna, is for content, so I can get my teams up early for other people to see. If we check the exchange, you will see that I'm almost done with the 6 boxes, which is pretty nice. But you have to remember that this is like close to the end. I've not finished all boxes. I've spent potions and I've used them optimally, all of my Kizuna stamina. So then the question is, how many assists have I done? Because that's a big part of Kizuna if you don't pull. And yeah, it was a long time since I've done this many. But as you see here, I've done a whopping 41 assists together with my 38 clears. Most of my own clears are just people doing it for me. So I send out the requests and people do it for me. And then I've helped others a lot. Usually my assist number is like half of that. I don't really do that much assists usually. As you see, I'm not like the best here. Like you see, like I have a few others here who have done a lot, like wow, Syrax has done over 100. I'll personally never understand that level of dedication, but props for that. And let's not show the bottom, I think, because that's a bit too little clears for my liking. But yeah, my alliance has been doing well. Like, you shouldn't go hard in these kinds of Kizunas anyway. The main thing I wanted to show was how much I played. And there's a caveat to that as well. It's that all my clears have been with a treble friend captain, except for a few where I just made videos without treble. But yeah, basically all clears have been with treble, which does give a lot more extra tickets. But I have to recognize the fact that I have a really good friend list. Like, I know a lot of people ask me if they can join, but it's just rough. Like, all the people I have left are like very active. I had them for a long time. And yeah, there's a lot of people here who definitely pull on everything. So I end up always having friend captains for everything, which is a very good privileged situation. And if we look at last time people played, like everybody active, like these at the bottom are just for the friend missions. So other than that, like I continuously remove inactive players. Just I have some reason to delete people so I can get new friends basically. But yeah, I got a very good friend list with very dedicated people to the game that also often pulls. But not everybody has that. I will say though that if you do want friend captains of recent legends, or both legends and like Kizuna Rare Cruise and such, you should try and get more invested in the community, in certain specific, like very hardcore areas of the game. There are people who will re-roll for these boosters and then put them up for others, and then you basically have guaranteed friends. This is something you can do yourself, of course, but yeah, you need like a secondary device or something, and it's a bit questionable in terms of the TOS anyway, but it's one of those things that most people don't care about. Since, yeah, it's just a stupid system in general, the Kizuna. And I could go on and on about Kizuna, why Kizuna is the mode that needs the biggest overhaul. Like, it's one of my biggest pet peeves, like biggest annoyances is that basically all of the complaints in the game is channeled towards one mode, which is treasure map. And let's be real, treasure map does not need that much change. It's like already the best mode in terms of rewards. You really get rewarded for the time you spend, and it can definitely be improved, but it's not like the mode needs several changes, at least in my opinion. But Kizuna needs so many changes. One of the biggest areas is probably the exchange. I think the process in Kizuna is fine from box 1 to 6. At least if you pull, like if you pull a booster on a normal Kizuna, 1 to 6 feels very good, you progress very well. But without pulling, it has been not a nightmare, but I've not enjoyed it, let's just say that. In Super Boss, it's fine though. You get through them very easily on a Super Boss. But you have to bring up the fact that box 7 is still useless. It's basically still the same after all these years, which was lucky for Bandai, I guess, when we had a big bug and people could just keep maxing out the box. But still no excuse. Like, it's still not worth using resources here in like any real capacity to get these items. And yeah, what could I put here? Like, all of the new tablets, of course, is a good start. What else could they do? They could give a lot more cotton candy, they could give a lot more experience items. And one thing they really need to put in box 7 are the Kizuna insignia. I've said this before, I'll say it again to end this video, but the beginner situation in Kizuna is one of the biggest hurdles, and it's actually insane how dumb it is. Like, take a look at me, for example. I have almost 4,000 Kizuna insignia. I've played every Kizuna since they were introduced. I've not spent much. I bought some dupes for level limit break, that's it. And I'm still not even close to be able to buy all old stuff. Like, if you want to buy the skulls, the dupes and copies and everything and limit break materials, of course, for every unit released here, that's like over 10,000 Kizuna insignia. It's actually insane how dumb it is. Like, I'm not sure how Bandai are thinking about this. Like, I know that beginners are not like the biggest priority, and it's hard to get beginners, but you have to try at least, right? Make this experience feel rewarding and feel like you progress at a reasonable rate, but that's just not the case. And that's one end of the spectrum. On the other hand, we have the fact that Kizuna insignia are basically worthless for seasoned players. Like, we don't need to buy the skulls. We also have normal skulls that are very overpriced. We'll just farm ambush or buy from the race shop, basically. The support items, like, these are also very overpriced and also not that super valuable. Most seasoned players will have a lot of these. And that's basically it. Otherwise, it's just character dupes, which we are fine with since we are veterans. So we just end up hoarding insignia, so we don't need insignia. new players don't get enough, then what's the point really? The biggest point for Insignia right now is basically those that are like on and off. They play for a few months, skip a month or two, come back, and then eventually need to buy the skulls and such. They get enough Kizuna Insignia, but basically only them. But yeah, that's my regular Kizuna complaining out of the way. We're not getting any changes this upcoming update, but we can always hope for the future that something gets done for all our sakes. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.